Now, who wants some gossip from what's going on in the Major General's office, particularly about Prince Louis, the youngest child of the Prince and Princess of Wales? So not only has he been seen yawning through some of the praise, bearing in mind, don't worry, he's six years old, so perhaps we can forgive him for this, for that even. He's also been incredibly excited because he's been dancing along, particularly to the quick march of the Scots Guards to Highland Laddie. So clearly he's in favour and very pleased to listen to some of that military music. But of course he is also joined by his mother, the Princess of Wales, her first public engagement since Christmas Day last year. I'm joined once again by historian Tessa Dunlop. And Tessa, this should not be seen as a full return by the Princess of Wales to public duties.
No, but it's a very good sign. I'm tickled by the idea of Prince Louis dancing to Highland Laddie. It sounds like he's having a better day in the Major General's office than the Tartan Army are in Munich at the moment.
Yes.
I tell you what, the thing is that talking about the Princess of Wales, it's worth bearing in mind that there she is as a mother of three children, none of them, yet in secondary school. These aren't sort of kids that you can hand the mantle of responsibility to, so there's an unpredictable element there. Louis, of course, always delivering on that front, a bit like the weather.
The Queen is desperately, or has been desperately, trying to hold on to her hat. It looks like the Scottish state coach is just pulling up as close as possible
They'll be so
to
glad
the
to see
dais
that,
here.
won't they?
They will be so relieved. I wish I was about to get into a carriage because I'm getting rained on here as well. But of course, this was not the original plan, this particular carriage. Originally, the King and Queen were going to be travelling in the Ascot Landau carriage, which is an open-top carriage. But of course, the heavens has opened here in central London. So a quick decision this morning by Buckingham Palace to change up the carriages was made. We just see the King and Queen with a soldier holding an umbrella up to their heads. We've just seen a bit of thunder and lightning as well here in central London. You may be able to hear the thunder.
The stormy stuff.
The stormy start.
I do hope that the victory on top of the Victoria Memorial isn't a lightning rod. I'm a bit worried.
Indeed. Well, let's hand back before we get completely soaking to Andrew and Ellie.
Thank you, Cameron. Yes, we can see His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen entering into the Scottish state coach there. They must be so pleased to see the inside of that carriage. The weather
carriages, Ellie, are very uncomfortable, but they almost ran into them to get out of the rain because the heavens have opened and the wind is blowing. And we're just watching George, Charlotte and Prince Louis getting into the carriage. Last but not least, getting into the carriage with them, the fabulous Princess of Wales, who, must I say, looks extraordinary.
Looks absolutely beautiful.
Welcome back, Mum.
Welcome back, and I'm so sorry about the weather. It is the most British weather to be expected in June.
It is quintessentially British, nothing else you'd expect. It is June, flaming June, but it's flaming raining. We hadn't expected that exactly. But the Camilla was hanging onto her hat at one point, but they're now on their way, of course, to the palace.
Yes, they are going to go back up the Mall now to Buckingham Palace. In that glass coach is the Princess of Wales, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis. We were just hearing there Prince Louis dancing along to the music.
He enjoys his
on Horse Guard Parade. I think they do, and it is so wonderful to see the royal children because as we haven't seen the Princess of Wales since Christmas Day, we also haven't seen Princess Charlotte or Prince Louis. And you would imagine, Andrew, they look forward to days like this. Perhaps not in this heavy rain that's lashing down on them now.
It's horses, it's uniform, it's tradition, it's colour. It's absolutely everything that the royal family's about. And you can see Louis was just glued to the window of that carriage.
Andrew, has there ever been a little boy who hasn't loved soldiers and seeing them parade?